Thank you, Abhay. Thank you for giving me this opportunity. We see the world in different ways. Our demands for vision vary from close to distance to a wide panorama, different types of contrasts, colors in the markets. And hence, when we talk about customizing lenses, what we're really talking about is how can we get our patients functional vision without spectacles. And that really is the goal for our patients that they all seek. Is there a pointer here? Laser pointer? So what patients want to know is before surgery, they have questions like, can I drive? Can I play golf? Can I watch television without glasses? Can I use a desktop, iPads, Kindles, phones? Can I shop? It's the most popular pastime. Can I see price labels when I shop without glasses? If I go to the supermarket, will I need glasses? When I read books in bed, can you give me, will I be able to do that? So these kind of questions are what our patients are concerned about. And what we do in clinical practice is we measure their photopic distance and near visual acuity. Very rarely, we would also measure their intermediate visual acuity. This really is very inadequate data to answer these patient questions, and there is thus sometimes a mismatch between what the patient expects from the surgery and the results that are achieved. And it is this mismatch which gives rise to unhappy patients in spite of very good visual acuities, both for distance and near. So about 6 years ago, I developed a practical clinical measure, something I could use in my routine clinical practice to come up with answers to these questions of my patients. So what we do is we develop this concept called a panfocal visual acuity. So we measure the visual acuity at distance, intermediate, and near in photopic conditions. And we also measure the near visual acuity in mesopic conditions. So you have these 4 measures of visual acuity, and we do this uncorrected, distance-corrected, monocular, and binocular. When I started, this would take my optometrist about half an hour. Now it's about down to 20 minutes per patient. We then got the same patients to work on a desktop, on a laptop, and also got them to read a telephone book, Harry Potter, a newspaper, and a shiny magazine. And we then thresholded to find out what is the level of visual acuity required to perform all these tasks without spectacles. And the answer came back that patients need to have a visual acuity of 6/9 or better across all these 4 measures of visual acuity, which is distance, intermediate, near in photopic, and near in mesopic conditions, in order to achieve total, complete spectacle freedom. So I use this routinely in every patient of mine, pre-op, after the first eye is done, and once both eyes get done. It's also a very good way of assessing what different types of intraocular lenses are capable of, and I now have a database of almost 1,000 lenses which I can just query, and I can tell if you use this lens, this is the kind of vision one would expect. So just to recap, we have 3 different categories. You have monovision or monofocals and monofocal toric lenses. You can get multifocals and multifocal toric lenses. And we now have a brand new type of lens called an extended range of vision lens. And the first of its type is the Technis Symphony, where diffractive optics are used in a special way to elongate the focus of the lens so that you get a zoom effect of about 1.5 diopters. This is a relatively new lens. I understand it's not yet available in this country, but I've been working with this for the last 8 months or so. So let's just recap. Because for lack of time, I'm not going through individual lens details, but in general, these are the panfocal visual acuity results of the different types of lenses. So these are patients who have achieved the 6/9 or better target for distance, intermediate, photopic near, and mesopic. And this is uncorrected, and this is distance corrected. So not surprisingly, when you look at the monofocals, you get good distance vision, and intermediate vision is patchy. About 45% of patients with monofocals achieve 6/9 or better. With a multifocal, you get much better results for visual acuity across everything. However, remember, you will get loss of contrast, and there will be glare and halos. It's a law of physics. You cannot avoid that with a multifocal. And with the extended range of vision symphony lens, you get fantastic distance. 100% of patients achieve distance and intermediate better than 6/9, and about 20% will hit 6/9 or better for near. So now that we have these category of lenses, what we essentially can make sense of is that there is no lens which provides perfect, seamless vision at all distances and levels of illumination. The deal is you can achieve better contrast, but there is a compromise to the visual quality. So you then think, okay, if one lens can't do it, what about combining lenses? And this is something I've been doing for the last 8 years now. And we started with... So this is the process that happens for my monofocal, multifocal mix of patients. We choose the non-dominant near vision eye first. We do a multifocal and a multifocal toric lens, depending on the need. And we customize the multifocal choice to give a reading add in the spectacle plane of between 2 and 2.5 diopters. 2 weeks after surgery, the patient has the full panfocal visual acuity, and the patient tells us which aspects of the vision are good, which are not good, and we use that to customize the choice of lens for the second eye. So in the second eye, if the patient is happy with their near vision performance, the dominant eye, we use a monofocal or a monofocal toric lens. If the patient wants even better near vision, they would get a second multifocal lens. We try something to fill the intermediate vision gap. Patients are primed for this approach. They are told and expect to end up with different lenses in 2 eyes. So these are the results. These are binocular panfocal visual acuity results, and the red line is the target line of 6/9. And this is the median and the range. So this is maximum and minimum. And what you see here is distance and intermediate target, almost 100% hit that. Near photopic, about 80%, and near mesopic, about 67%. These really are quite good results when you look at the individual performance. And remember, this is multifocal in only one eye. When you get them to perform the various tasks, they can do photopic, near vision tasks, and intermediate vision tasks, no problems at all. 100% of these patients. It's only when the lights go dim that the near vision task performance is not that good, although 50% of patients can still read a telephone book in dim light conditions. These are patient questionnaires which say, what is your need for spectacles for different distances? And really, apart from near vision in mesopic, 95% of patients or more are spectacle free. So it is not necessary to use the same lens in 2 eyes. There's no doubt about that. What about the Symphony Nanovision, which is really the latest thing that we're trying to refine and understand? So these are the results of bilateral Symphony patients, where the dominant eye is emmetropic, and in the non-dominant eye, we choose a myopic target of between minus 0.25 to minus 0.75. On average, it's half a diopter. And what you see here is really even better results now, where all patients are 6/9 or better for distance, intermediate, and near photopic vision. And I say all patients, 100% of patients. 50% of patients achieve 6/9 or better for near, even in mesopic conditions. Now, the beauty of this lens is the contrast sensitivity of this lens is the same as a monofocal lens. So the trade-off in terms of quality of vision is very minimal at all. Task performance, not surprisingly, very good for distance, for intermediate and near photopic conditions, while in mesopic conditions, about 2/3 of the patients manage most tasks, although they can't read a telephone book in dim lights. But then, hey, you can't get everything. And this again is reflected in what patients feel they need glasses for, which is, apart from near vision in dim lights, they perform very well. So really, the Symphony Nanovision, the results are encouraging. There is potential to provide the ideal range of spectacle-free vision with the least compromise to the quality of vision. With current lens technology, we are capable of providing unaided binocular 6/9 or better vision at all distances with minimal, if any, quality of vision compromise. Further improvements in technology are needed to achieve unaided monocular 6/9 or better vision at all distances. And really, the key is to understand the optics of these lenses, how they behave in each and every patient, what kind of performance they can give, and then use them appropriately. Thank you.